Okay, here we are. I'm actually really excited for this today. It's been a little bit since our last account review, but we are back now. Back with the account reviews. Well, at least this one. As this account was one I couldn't pass up. In fact, I actually reached out personally asking if I could review this account, which I haven't done before, but after seeing this account, I think you'll understand why I did that. This account today is belonging to none other than Seven here, and they have graciously let us have a look at their account. So massive shout out to Seven. Now, the first thing I always have a look at is when did the account start? And spoiler alert, I already know. I already know it was a day one player, but let's just double check. Yeah, that's day one. And if you were also paying attention, you might have noticed something else about this screen. That's weird. Usually, you have at least half of them grayed out. That's weird. Must be a bug. Anyway. Now, I know wait, what the fuck? Arlecchino does that? That's some whale type Arlecchino shit. What the fuck is this? Okay, whatever. What I was going to say is you've probably clicked on this account because you think it's an insane whale account, which I mean it is. But the thing is, it is also insanely complete as well. Like insanely complete. We'll get fully into the specifics later, but I'll just give you a little sneak peek of that. If you know what that is, that's max achievements. But that is just the very tip of the iceberg for this account. Now, talking to Seven, he told me a lot about this account. Very nice guy actually, but the first thing he told me is he's been max refreshing for a while. Since November of 2020, which I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, okay, so like literally just under a month since the game came out, I think. Okay, apparently he was doing it to prepare for Ganyu's debut, but then he just never stopped. Now let me tell you, resin refreshing, it's some whale behavior, and it is not cheap. I've done it before, but I only do it very special cases and when I'm trying to make a video. Which if you do the maths, I know it doesn't quite work like this, but if you do the maths, it's about $12,500 just on resin. So yeah, we're gonna see some artifacts in here, and I you know what? I'm excited. I'm very excited. So if you spent $12,500 on just resin, then how much has this account spent overall? When I first spoke to Seven, he told me that he estimated around 10,000 USD a year, so about 50,000 USD. Although he did do a search into his emails and looked for the term 99.9, which basically is the biggest pack you can buy in this game. The total number of emails were 654, which means at an absolute minimum he has spent $65,500. Now obviously that's a lot of money, but I mean you've got to have money to be able to spend it. And I spoke to Seven, he knows the smart play would be to, spend his money wisely, but he doesn't care. And ultimately he gets to decide what he does with his disposable income. I mean, for all we care, he could burn it in a pit of fire, like it's his money, he can do what he wants. Now, another thing I should mention is this man has a lot of time in this game. Like, I thought I had a lot of time in this game, not compared to him. So, starting off with PS4, he has 1,200 hours, which is already quite a lot, but he doesn't play on PS4, he plays on PS5. And the hours on that is 4,559, which means, all up, that is 5.8k hours. Holy shit. For reference, I play a lot, and I have resinless behaviors all the time. I'm doing like insane challenges, and I have about, I'm not exactly sure, but it'd be around 4,000. So he has about 1.5 times my thing without even doing any fucking, I cooked all dishes in the game or I did this bullshit, which is insane. So, before we get onto the juicy stuff, it's first time to check where all those hours have gone. So, I mean, the first thing we should do is, I mean, is there even a point? We'll check anyway, but like, it's all going to be 100, isn't it? It's all, yeah, I mean, that's just exactly what we thought. And over here as well, okay. You know what the big tester is though? Let's have a look. Okay, that's, yeah. And I mean, I don't even know why I should check, but yeah, okay. Everything is 100. Okay. I've also been told that unlike me, it is a true 100%. Like every single chest actually got. Up to Natlan apparently, but everything else, like actually every single chest, every single thing done. The goal of this account has always apparently been to get a true 100%. Not just exploration, but everything. The whole game 100%. You can't even 100% this game, but he tries to. Now, let's go over to the achievements then, because this is going to be interesting. Originally, when you look at the number, you're like, oh, that's max achievements. But there's a lot we can tell by someone from their achievements. Here we go. Reach friendship 10 with 16 characters. Yeah, he's done 96. Oh my god. Wait, hold up. 3,042 Blossoms of Wealth? For context, it takes about 3 to 4 months to get the 800. Which means, I know he's resin refreshing, but that's still quite a lot. Okay, let's keep going down and what? Dude, hello? If you've played this game, you know this is not normal. Okay, we have defeat the unusual Hilichurl 50 times. He's done 1,703. It is something that you cannot pay to win. It happens only a couple of times per day. Has he been farming the Hilichurl every single day? Every single day? Okay, that is just... First of all, why? But okay, yeah, that is insane. Goddamn. Okay. It's just like, why? So if you don't know this achievement, basically this is a 300-day achievement. Basically, he's been doing it for 4 years. He's been collecting these plants for 4 years. Okay, that's... Yep, wow. Okay, next. See, this is how you can, like, actually find out, like, how much of a completionist, you know, the person is. Because why does he have 6,600 fish caught? Okay, the TCG tab, I don't have a clue what's good. But 4,000 elemental reactions, he's played quite a lot, I can tell. More than me, definitely. I stopped as soon as I got this shit done. Fuck all that. Now, the last category I saved for last is Wonders of the World. This one is an interesting category. Now, why does he have 800? Okay, whatever. This one has a whole lot of secrets as well, including highest damage count, which we will have a look at. Okay, first of all, wait, what? I scrolled for like half a second. 627 bounties. Okay, interesting. Let's keep going. Okay, I found it. Oh, holy fuck. What the fuck? Now, the achievement, by the way, is for doing 50,000 crit damage in one hit. That's the achievement cleared. Now, what if I told you... This man has 12 million. How the fuck do you hit 12 million damage? It must be on one of those special bosses, but like... 12 mil? Okay. Yeah, I had to count that a few times to make sure that was 12 mil. That is 12 million damage in one hit. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, awesome. And I think that's pretty much it for the achievement category. That is pretty much it. Now, the last thing we're going to have a look at for this section is, let's have a look at the archive. This is something I learnt about recently, and it's something that not many people farm. He farms it. Okay, interesting. That's a lot of entries. In fact, that might be every entry. I'm not sure. Holy shit. Now, if you don't know about the archive, basically it's every single person you've ever beat, every single, you know, it's just everything you've ever done in this game, and it records it. So, for example, here we say, oh, he's killed 10,000 Hydro Slimes. Sure, 10,600 Hydro Slimes. Interesting. Okay, so he has all the living beings done, including killing one of every single animal. Okay, interesting. Tutorials are done. Okay. Geography's done as well. Viewpoints are all done. Books, I'm going to assume, are done as well. Oh, he's been slacking. Okay. These 3 book categories came out in 5.5? 5.6? What are we in? I don't know what we're in. 5.5. So he hasn't done them yet, which, can I blame him? Not really. Now, the big 2 ones are the materials and the equipment. Materials, I'm going to assume, are done. Dishes. Oh, dishes could be interesting. I've just recently finished dishes, and I was missing 3. Which I physically couldn't get because... Okay, he's got them all. I physically couldn't get them because they were like locked behind some very interesting things, all 3 of them. There was one that you had to... Okay, this one, you have to do something very specific at a specific event like 3 years ago. He's done it anyway. Down here, we also have everything done. Interesting. And then it's a lot of gadgets. Now, the equipment. The equipment is an interesting one. First, it looks at every single artifact set. You have to get a full set of every single artifact set, and yeah, that's been done. But the big thing that holds everyone back, and me back, is the weapons. Okay, first of all, I don't even have half of the 4 stars. Like, how? But the thing is, now we're at the 5 stars. There's no way. There's no way, man. He has every single one. He has every single weapon in the game. Okay. Like, some of them are the most useless things ever as well. This is some absolute fucking base behavior. Like, this thing is... Who the fuck? This is the most dog shit weapon I've ever seen. And this one. Zhongli doesn't even use this weapon. This is Zhongli's personal weapon. He doesn't even use it. His better one is this one. Okay, I mean, sure. We're going to get into the specifics of the weapon banner later, but this is like, yeah, this is interesting. So 3057. Okay, that's actually, there's the completionist section gone. The funny thing is, this is alone enough to like warrant an account review, like the insane levels of completeness. And we haven't even touched on the most important part of this account. Now, we're going to next have a look at the inventory before the characters. This is going to be a shock. I haven't opened this page. I have not opened this page. The moment we open the inventory though, we're going to see the weapon page. This could be quite interesting. Oh my god. So, that's a lot of weapons. That's a lot of 5-star. That's a lot of 4-star. Okay, that's a... Huh? Now, it might look a lot on its own, but you've also got to remember, a lot of these are R5 as well. How many use... Okay, I probably have maybe this many 5-star weapons, and he's got that many level 1s, plus another line, plus pretty much another line. Very interesting. I want to count exactly how many weapons this is, actually. 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, I have counted, I think, every single weapon. Totaling that up, we have 234 5-star weapons. 234, you heard that right. Now, obviously, a lot of them, well, especially ones down here, are like useless ones that he's accidentally lost 50/50s to. But still, even if you divide that in two, that's still like 100 and... Fuck, I can't do maths. 170? No, that's not right. 118 or something like that. That's insane. Now, we're going to get more into the characters later, but as you can already see, it looks like all these, you know... it seems to me that like everyone's has weapons and... that's interesting. Okay, anyway, let's go into next. Okay, we can't really tell a whole lot in here. We can sort of see what he's been farming. I do know he told me future plans, Skirk. And apparently Skirk farming is going kind of rough, so we won't have to take a peek at those artifacts. But other than that, there is a good amount of artifacts in here. Wait, these are all level 20 still. Wait. When do we hit non-level 20s? Here. Okay. That's about like 1300 artifacts? Like fully locked in? I guess this is why they upped the limit recently a couple of times. Because people like him who have been resin refreshing, yeah, like they don't have enough room. Other than that, I think there's like a really good mixture of artifacts in here. There's a lot of Shimenawas and Emblem. Yeah, there's quite a lot of that, but like every other set seems to have like a good chunk of them. So, next, let's have a look at this. Wow, okay, how? My question, how do you build every character and still have 4,300 books? That's just, okay, interesting. Now, Seven was telling me a lot of the time he's playing, he's just doing shit in the open world. Just farming a whole bunch of random shit. And from looking at his inventory, I think I can tell he definitely has. Weekly boss stuff hasn't been slacking on. There's quite a lot for each of them. Except this boss, I mean, it just came out, so can't blame him. Other than that, should have a whole bunch of crystals. Yeah, that's a lot of crystals. Okay. Books, decent amount of books. 20 crowns still. Okay, that's quite a lot of crowns. And then not a whole bunch more in here. Okay, not bad, not bad. Next we have food tab, and this one, not too crazy. He hasn't like focused fully on this, I guess. This is like, he's got like a one of a dish. Okay, it just seems like some random shit all over the place. Okay. Now for materials, let's have a look at that. First off, I don't even know what these are. I don't have them. I don't know what the fuck they are. Interesting, okay. Other than that, we have a whole bunch of catalysts for everything. Oh no, not catalysts, billets. And then just a whole bunch of materials. It's like what he said, he just farms a whole bunch of random shit. Like, why does he have, 5,300 silk flowers? Or okay, these things are fucking annoying to get. Okay, wait, this might actually be the most impressive part of the account so far. What is this? These things are so incredibly annoying to get. Or maybe it's these ones. Okay, some of these bugs, like, he should not have 2,000 of them. That's all I'm saying. This is... Okay, that's... What? Okay, so I very much struggle to keep, like, above 20 of these. Maybe because I'm lazy, because 999? And you've also got to remember that he's also farming, like, 4 times more than me because he refreshes. Okay, interesting. Other than that, seems like 999 of all this shit. Like, I am assuming the goal must be, like, eventually 999 everything. Also, I'm saying 999, but I mean 9999. By the way, this is 10 grand, not 1,000. So, also wood. Why? What? How much wood? He wasn't lying when he says he just farms random shit. Okay, that's... Wow, okay. Now we also have a whole bunch of fish caught. We did see that earlier. There's a whole bunch of fish. And that's pretty much it for this page. That's pretty much it. But that's quite impressive. A lot of this stuff is like you have to farm manually. In fact, all of it you might have to. So the fact he has like 2,000 at least of material is kind of nuts. Okay, next, let's have a look at gadgets, and this won't tell us a whole lot. It's just sort of every gadget and kind of thing. Seems like he hasn't used his transmuter for the month, which, sure. Oh, actually. What if I did something called, let's look at the sanctifying elixirs. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. 30 crit value is not bad. This one might actually be good. It's on a Scoffia. Okay, we'll save that. We'll look at that actually when we're, gonna have a look at her. Okay, quest items. Can't really tell a whole lot through here. But precious items, this is quite cool. 10,000 lanterns. I don't even know how you get these, but it's probably some event or sometime. Still has a whole bunch of sigils left over as well, and 13,000 stardust. Also, the other things I didn't look at were Primo and more accounts. We have 36,000 Primos, so just, some light change left over. And 25 million Mora. So only an average amount of Mora. As for Teapot, I don't think we can tell a whole lot through here. Apart from, I know he farms the Teapot, so we'll definitely look at that later. But I think it is now time. What time is it? Well, exactly what you've been waiting for. If I press that little C button, we have the characters. Now, we did see before, and he has every single character unlocked. I don't think everyone's built. Okay, that's quite a lot. Maybe everyone is built. Okay, no. Not everyone is built. There's probably a good 20 people that don't get a build. Kinich? Well, what about my boy? Poor Kinich, man. He's got 3 artifacts, whatever. Okay. Yeah, all good. Other than that, some surprising non-built people. No built Nuvalet, no built Kinich. Okay, that's kind of based. Wanderer not built. Ito not built. That's fine. Sina, yeah, shit. Aito, fine. Linny, yeah, I'm with that. And Xiao, oh, the Risley lovers aren't gonna like this. Wait, he still has... He's just not... Wait, has he got stuff? Why has he got his weapon? Okay. He just doesn't have levels. He's only level 40. Also, all the 4 Alloy fans aren't going to be happy about this either. As for the characters he has built, there's a lot. There is a lot. And believe it or not, we're going to be having a look at them. So, one thing to note is he doesn't switch artifacts at all, or any weapons or anything. Every build is fully themselves. They don't have to steal artifacts from anyone, which is actually a very cool mindset. And a lot of these characters that he has, they're maxed out. C6, R5. In fact, if I go down the line, this is what I want to have a look at first. Who is C6'd? It is a lot of people. In fact, it is almost... Oh, no Albedo. Oh, no Zhongli. But it's like people he wants to C6 or C6. Which is, quite a lot. Risa? Yeah. Clorind. K. It's a lot of C6s. No Baiju. I am noticing a small pattern here between the C6 characters and the non-C6 characters. This one won't be C6. Okay, knew it. Yeah. But, C6 Yoimiya? Fuck yeah, she deserves it. Mav C6 R5. Ooh, we're gonna try that out later. That's gonna go hard as fuck. I think these are all 4 stars now. Should be... Oh, no Lanyan C6. Interesting. All the 4 stars should pretty much be C6'd now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. So it's probably about like 5 out of every 6 characters are C6'd until you get to these low ones, obviously. But so I think the time is now to look at the actual characters' builds. Now, I have a list of characters that we should look at last who are the strongest. I also have some notes as well for characters' builds that are special, we'll say. Such as maybe a Hu Tao, who is on Shimenawa's. I know it's not the most crazy thing, but he says he hates Crimson Witch, which absolutely fucking based. Fair enough. So let's start it off with Hu Tao then. Why not? We're already on her, She has her skin. It looks like he's put a little bit of time into her. Only a little bit though, because he has another fucking 65 characters to build. Anyway, first of all, we have level 90 with the Staff of Homer R1, level 90. Constellation 6, of course. And talents are 9, 12, 13, which is what? That's 9, 9, 10. Okay, that's a good investment. Now, onto the artifacts. And I know with refreshing resin, you can technically get better odds for artifacts, but you still don't guarantee any good ones. You might be 3 times more likely, but still, you can't guarantee it. Also, with every character being built, I'm assume not a whole lot. Okay, that's a lot. So is that how we're going to start off? We're going to start off with a 42 crit value piece. Okay. 42 crit value to start us. Okay, that's... yes, nice. Next, we have 32 and HP. Not bad. That's not a bad piece. Timepiece, we have... That's not cool. This is something I don't get. Like, how do you have that many characters built and have this many good artifacts? 46.7 crit value piece. Now, I always get a comment or two saying, what is crit value? So basically, it's a way to tell how strong an artifact is. Basically, you double the crit rate and then you plus the crit damage. Because crit rate rolls range from 2.7 to 3.9, and crit damage is double that, so 5.4 to 7.8. So basically, if you double the crit rate, add the crit damage, that is your crit value. Now, obviously, crit value isn't the only thing that matters. Obviously, other rolls count, but the crit value looks the nicest, doesn't it? For reference, a crit value of 46.7 that we're looking at, I've been playing for maybe 4 years. I have maybe 1 or 2 pieces as good or better than that. Maybe that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, just for the newbies to Genshin. That's what you need to know. So, next, Goblet. Goblets are really hard. And why is it so good? It is an offset. It is an offset. So, offset pyro damage bonus, 44.8? Sorry, 42.8, if that makes it any better. Only a 42.8, that's not that good. Fuck me, man. Alright, let's go on to the next. What is this? That's pretty good as well. So 20 crit damage, HP, and some ER in there. I think that's pretty good. I don't fully... There's a lot of like ER scattered about. I don't fully know how good ER is on Hu Tao. I have never had her. But I think it is useful for her. Also, another thing to note is actually, while we're looking at this, there's not a single EM roll, is there? Aha. Maybe I did mention it, or maybe I didn't. Apparently, he doesn't try to build reaction damage. He just builds pure damage, which is pretty cool, actually. So a lot of these characters, like, even though she's meant to vape, her EM stats, 0. The thing you gotta remember is when these characters are strong enough to sort of do stuff by themselves, and he just plays them in the overworld, he doesn't really need, like, other teammates. Which I actually think is quite cool, to not have to worry about other teammates. Like, you can put her in anywhere, and she'll work. Now, all up for the stats, we have 85, 240, with 133 ER. Now, that seems pretty good to me. I'm not a Hu Tao expert, but that looks really good. Oh, and HP as well, sorry, 33k HP, which is also pretty good. Now, I am going to get some things wrong with a lot of these characters when I review them, because, I'm not an expert on every single character in the game. Also, another thing to note is, don't yell at me, but, like, people's constellations will have, there's random constellations that will just give you, like, 12% crit rate. So, I don't know what every single character does and every single constellation does, so please forgive me. I'm going to try to the best of my abilities to see how good these characters are. And, that was a pretty good character start. Only pretty good. Only, insanely high crit values pieces on there, but all good. Shall we go on to someone else? In fact, I see someone who's staring at me right there. Yoimiya. Now, this is someone I have a lot of knowledge on. Yoimiya is one of, if not my favorite character in the game. She's not really that strong anymore, but, she's still one of my favorites. So I am expecting to see a build here. So, she has Thundering Pulse, R1. Constellations C6. Ooh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Yoimiya's constellations aren't even that crazy. They don't even make it that stronger, but this one's pretty good, They're good. So talents, we have 9, 12, 12. Okay, no triple crown. Not even good enough. 999 is pretty good though. So, artifacts. Let's have a look at these. We just saw a really good Shimenawa set, so surely we can't have 2 back to back. Okay, that's a 41.2 crit value piece. Okay, it's pretty good. And that's also pretty good. In fact, that's even better. 42 crit value with an attack line in there as well. Wait, so this one's 41.2. This one's a 42 with attack. Surely we can't get much better. Okay, and we're getting somehow better. Okay, maybe not better, but like is that, let me check. Yeah, that one's only a 42 as well. It doesn't have the attack line, but I mean, it is it's not on set. Aha. Okay, this makes me really excited for this next piece. Is this next piece about to be a 40 crit value on set pyro damage goblet? Not quite. Close though. It's about a 36. 36 crit value with nothing else great. But on set, I mean, can you complain? Not really. And finally, we have crit damage, crit rate, EM, and no, we don't care about ER. That's actually a really nice piece. Again, the EM's going to be low on this build. 40, yeah, that's not much. But again, he doesn't play with reactions, so no EM, we don't care about EM. So all up, we have 2.1k attack with a 9235. Damn, that's a Yoimiya. That is what Yoimiya deserves. That is what she deserves. I'm there for it. Alright, who do we go to next? Damn, I'm just sort of like picking people off, going, you. What I might do is speedrun through some of the support builds and then just show you anything good. So yeah, let's speedrun through a couple of builds here. We got Xiangling, Engulfing Lightning. Okay, that's Raiden's signature. Yep, C6 and 999. Artifacts were on Emblem. We have, okay, that's a perfect piece. Cannot complain about it. Sure, okay, next. That's also pretty good. Next we have, that one's not amazing. 27, 60 EM though. I mean, I know he doesn't play a whole lot of EM, but that's still pretty good. Then we have Pyro, Offset, and that's pretty good actually. In fact, that's pretty much perfect. Crit rate, crit damage, EM attack. Okay, that's a perfect offset, sure. Finally, we have 27.2. That's pretty good. 76, 133, 180. Yeah, that's a good, that's good. Bennett, we have Aquila, C6, 999. Is everyone like 999? Is that how it goes? I'm going to assume Bennett's build also is just like, it's sort of whatever. Yeah, that's the same as mine. All up, it should just be like, yeah, just a whole bunch of ER. Chevreuse. Black Tassel Chevreuse. C6. 999. Everyone's just 999. Wait, what set is this? I'm going to be real. I don't even know what fucking set this is. Being characters on the standby can drink this effect. Okay. I've just imported knowledge into my brain. Yep, I know how that set works. What is that build? Oh, I just clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, average support. What about Xingqiu though? Jade Cutter Xingqiu, C6, 999. Everyone's 999. The pieces, yeah, they're not amazing. They're not amazing pieces. Okay, let's start skipping a few. Let's start going to people I actually want to look at. Don't really care about you. Beidou? I care about Beidou. 90, Wolf's Gravestone R5. Okay, very nice. She also is C6, 999. Okay, let's have a look at the pieces. Ooh, that's a nice piece. Next, we have another 40 pretty much. Okay, then we have whatever the fuck that is. That's like 35 EM as well. Goblet, it's okay. And 24 ER. Okay, that's pretty good as well. She has 68, 143, 130. Okay, not a bad build. Okay, I'm skipping a few people here. Mika? Why the fuck is Mika built, man? Okay, let's keep going. Memory of Dust R2 on Ningguang. Okay, she's a main DPS. We can have a look at her real quick. She's got the exact same as everyone else. Oh, she is on Emblem as well. How many pieces does he have like this? That's like the 8th piece I've opened that's like 1414, which is 40 something crit value. Okay, that's really good. That's really good as well. Holy shit. So we have like 40, 40 with ER, almost 40, almost 40 again, geo damage bonus. And then we have 28. That's pretty good. Also, I didn't know Emblem was their best set. In fact, maybe it isn't. What does it tell me? Yeah, it tells me something else is. Why is she on Emblem? I don't know. Okay, why do we have an R5 Redhorn on Noelle? Okay, that is Sean. Her artifacts are also decent as well. Why is it a 37? Okay. Yeah, that's decent. Let's see the build. 66, 243? Okay. Alright, I think we're here. It's on to the 5 stars now, and this is where shit gets interesting. And why is that? That's because you now know that all of these constellations cost a lot of money. A lot of money. So, we do have a Klee here, who, I'm going to be honest, I kind of want to skip her. Yeah, you know what? Fuck her. Let's go to Daya. Daya is one of the people I got a note for weird character. She is R1C6 with probably 999. Daya, he chucked her on Emblem Burst and then just sort of gave up on her. And yeah, I can kind of see that. Still decent-ish artifacts. Interesting for a 0 damage character. Oh, next on the list we got Mav. Okay, we're skipping Mavwika because we're coming back for her. So don't worry too much. We will come back for her. She's one of the good ones. Now, Child. Child is interesting. Let's have a look. Polar Star C1 1099. This one goes up one, so it's technically 999. Yep, knew it. Artifacts, we have a decent start. 30 crit value ER. We have 30 something crit value attack. 13 crit rate, so what, 27 crit value? That's a piece. EM though, EM's good, right? I think. And that's also a piece. Okay, Child isn't... Yeah, Child is... He's built. Somewhat. Mona. No, we're not doing Mona. Kokomi. Okay, Kokomi is a weird one, apparently. Okay, we have a Kokomi here who has R5 C6? C6. Talents? Let me guess. 999? 10. Hold up. Interesting. There's a lot of triple crown for a Kokomi. I like it. I'm about it. So, let's have a look at these pieces. They won't be that interesting because Kokomi's simple. It's just sort of HP, maybe some EM, HP, yeah, ER, EM, EM, HP, ER. Like, it's just sort of HP, ER. This is a really good build still, by the way. I haven't seen like a single miss. It's a really good build for a Kokomi. Hold up, wait, what the fuck? 41, almost 42k HP with a perfect negative 95 crit rate. I like it. Okay, next is Yelan, Nilu, Farina. We're skipping all 3 of them because they're really good. Seedween, I also kind of want to skip because who the fuck cares about Seedween? Yeah, she's got no constellations. I'm good. Ooh, Mualani. Okay, this one's interesting. I haven't been told this one's in the top 10, so I will have a look at this one. She has R1, C6. Okay. I also have 9, 10, 9. Also, if you're wondering why I'm saying 9, 10, 9 when it's 13, 12, basically the constellations give +3 if you didn't know. So technically it's 10. But anyways, artifacts. Let's have a look at these. We're on the Obsidian Codex with a 27 crit damage, 47 EM. That's not bad. Next we have 46.7 crit value with ER and EM. Okay. That is crit value like over 45, number 2 now. Anyways, let's, okay, next. 61 EM, crit rate, crit damage. That's not bad. That's really good. Goblet, we have 34 crit value, 10 ER. That's not bad. And finally, we have 15 HP, 40 EM. Okay, this is a good build. 10 crit rate as well. This build's pretty good. 32,500 perfectly HP, 163 EM, and 61 to 79. Now, you might be looking at the crit rate and go, oh, that's low. You want closer to 100. But I think, is it this one? Yeah, it gives you 40 crit rate. So, effectively, it's 101.5 to 80. So 1.5% overcapped crit rate. How dare you? Next, Tonari. We'll have a quick peek at him. I don't care too much. Hunter's Path. He's got the Constellation C6. Talents, what, 999? Yep. Artifacts, he's on Wanderer's Troop. He has, that's good piece. That's actually a really good piece. EM attack, crit rate damage. Okay. That's also a really good piece. So is that, and so is that. Okay, I wanted to have a quick peek, but this turned out to be a lot better of a Tonari than I thought. 418 EM, 1500 attack, 82, 188. Ooh, that's a build. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Well done, Tonari. Nahida, skipping. Alhaitham, I don't know if he actually has like a great build. Let me peek. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not nothing crazy. Let's have a look. 85, 182. Baiju, I don't know how the fuck you build a Baiju. Isn't it just HP, 55k? Yeah, it looks like that. Emily, I don't know how you build Emily either. She is C6 R1. Oh, that's a nice weapon. Talents, 999. Let's have a look at the artifacts. It's just, ooh, what the fuck? Okay, 42.8 with ER. I wasn't familiar with your game, Emily. Let's keep going. Okay, another one of these pieces. Except the crit rate is the high one this time, which means it's like a 40. Let me do it, the maths. 42.8. There we go. There's the maths. Okay, so already 2 insane pieces, 3 insane pieces. Not as good as the last though. I think it's like a 40. It'll be like 41. So we have a 42, 42, 41. Not quite, but attack. Because it's like a 33, but then it has 10% attack. So you gotta account for that as well. Especially since we don't have any other attack in here, so it's useful. And then finally, 10 and 12.3. That's the worst piece so far, but it's not even bad, honestly. So all up, we have 2.1k attack with a 93 219 and 118 ER. Not bad. Not a bad Emily. Okay, I was not familiar with Emily. Okay, next we have Kaching. I also don't think I care. She's a standard banner character. We don't really care. Unless... Okay. Wait, what? That is 47.5 crit value. That's the new highest. That is the new highest. 47.5. Okay. I don't really... Okay, her build's actually quite good. Let's have a look. 73 228? Okay, I was also not familiar with your game, Kaching. Let's go next. Raiden, we're also saving her. Yomiko, let's have a look at Yomiko. Now, there's a certain narrative in my head that makes me think it's going to be, if not R5, it's definitely C6. Okay, it's R5, C6. Interesting. I don't know what told me. I don't know what it was that told me. Anyway, 10, 10, 10. Okay, this is a build. Apparently, it's not in the top 10, though. So, let's have a look at this build. Let's have a look. We have 17.1 crit rate? So, like a 34 with 7.8 attacks. So, what, like a 42? Okay, okay. Another good piece. 35 with an EM. Next, we have 40 EM, 2.7. Okay, it's a little step down. It's not bad though. 40 EM still really good. Goblet. Let's have a look at this. That's quite good. 35 electro damage goblet. Okay, not bad. The funny thing is, it's probably like the 4th or 5th person down on electro goblet list. Like, if we're thinking about it, Varisa probably has a better one. Clarin does. Raiden definitely does. I don't know what this one was, but that is also, like, better. Next, we have crit rate, crit damage, 61 EM. Okay, that's really good. All in all, the build's pretty good. 135 EM, 89 206. That's a nice Yomiko. That is a very nice Yomiko. Okay, Clarind. Let's have a look at this Clarind then. I'm going to say it. C6, R5. R5... C6. I knew it. Talents? 10 to 10. Ooh, okay. I'm about it. I like Corinth. Artifacts. Let's have a look. We have... What, and this is like the 4th piece that I've looked at. 17.9 crit rate? So what, like a 42-ish? Maybe 43? That's a really nice start. Next we have... Ooh, that's a good piece as well. Another 40 with an attack line as well. Okay. I love how I'm like brushing off the 40s now. Like it's 40. Alright, let's move on. Let's go next. Like it is insane. This one is only like a 34. Not bad though. Definitely not bad. Next we have, ooh, that's, yeah, I knew it. That is a, how do you have 30 crit damage, man? 40 point what? 41.9. 41.9 with ER as well. Okay, that is, wow. Okay, that's really good. And finally, 3.1, 20 attack. Okay, that balances it out quite nice, actually. So let's have a look at the final stats. We have 2.2k attack with a 70.9 268 and 105 ER. That is quite nice. Now, I know the crit rate's a little low, but I know there's something in the kit that gives a crit rate, isn't there? Yeah, crit rate increased by 10% and crit damage 70. So yeah, there's so much like reading and stuff to know for when trying to judge these characters. So I'm sorry if I don't get it right, but like some people I'm like, I think they'd get build crit rate, right? Alright, next, Verisa. Verisa's a work in progress, I think, still. A somewhat work in progress, I think. Let's have a look anyway. It is R1, C6, of course. 12, 8, 13. So what, 9, 8, 10? Artifacts, we have, the newest set. Is this the newest set? This is the newest set, right? So let's start with the flower then. And what the fuck? 43.3 with ER and attack? Hello? Are we good? Are we good? Sure. Okay. Next. That's also really good. 35 with 10 attack? Okay. Sure. Timepiece is, not the greatest. EM is useful though, isn't it? Goblet is, that's not bad either. 35 crit value-ish. Electro damage goblet. It is offset. Again, you could remember she has like position number like what, 3 or 4. Next we have 18.7 crit rate. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, given this artifact domain came out like what, like a month ago maybe? This isn't bad. So she has 2.3k attack with a 9187. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, now we're slowly like moving down the line of elements if you've noticed as well. We're just getting into Cryo, then we got a Nemo, Geo, and that's it. Now, Ayaka, I want to look at. Chi-Chi I'm not looking at, fuck her. But let's look at Ayaka. We have R1, I thought it'd be R5. C6 though, okay, that's the bigger one, whatever. And Triple Crown as well, okay, Triple Crowned. Artifacts, probably Blizzard, two-piece. That's interesting. Let's have a look at that. Ah, I see. Someone had to get given this piece, didn't they? I see. It is a 45.8. 45.8 crit value. I see why she's on Gladiator now. Next we have, that's crit rate. Again, over 40, that's 35 alone crit value from just the crit rate. Plus 6.2, that's like 41 point something. Not bad. Let's see if we can keep it up. Over 40 club. Damn. Okay. Interesting. It's barely over 40, but it is over 40. It's like 40 point, maybe 41. Just to recap, 45, 42, 41, and 41.2. That was quick maths from me, by the way. Also, how the fuck? Oh, Pale Flame. That's the offset one, I see. Not bad. What the fuck is this build, man? Next, 11.3, 14.6. This is a build. Not a whole lot of attack in there, but like, do you really care about that when you have so much fucking crit value? My question is, how isn't this over capped? It's not Blizzard Straya, so it can be over capped. I get it. 71,254. I see. And 2.14k attack. Okay. I see. I was just thinking, I was like, this is a lot of crit rate, isn't it? This is a lot of crit rate. We're going to be over capped. But then I forgot she's not on 4-piece Blizzard Straya, which gives you so much crit. Okay, I see. Next. Chi-Chi? Fuck Chi-Chi. Ganyu. This is when he started resin refreshing to prepare for Ganyu. Let's have a look at her build then. We have Amos Bow R5 based C6. Knew it. Talents 10 to 10. 1099. Artifacts, we are on 4-piece Wanderer's Troop. She probably has the best Wanderers set in the game. Yes. I think I was right in my thoughts. What the fuck is that? It is a 47.4 crit value piece. Was the other one a 47.5? So only 0.1. Okay, how? I know resin refreshing, but still, like, what? Next. Oh my god, what is this build? Hello? How is this not in like the top 10 builds? This is our new highest so far. 48.2 crit value piece. That's right, 48.2. We're getting dangerously close to that 50. By the way, if you didn't know, the max is 54.4 crit value. Although, literally in the entire game, there's like less than 20 people that have that. The luck you have to get it that high is actually like, it'll never happen in your lifetime. I think I did the maths as one of my first videos and it was like, it'll take you years. Anyway, highly unlikely. It was also highly unlikely. This next piece is good. Yes, it's pretty good. It's not amazing. Just over 30. On-set attack, though. I mean, not too bad. Cry Goblet, though. On-set again. Yeah, okay. I see why this build isn't amazing. That's rough. These first two pieces, absolutely insane. The next two are like, they're good. They're good, but they're not. These are like average pieces that I would have. And finally, oh, that's really good too. 30 with 10 attack. So all up, we have 2.4k attack with a 63 to 18. Again, I'm going to put my money on it. There's somewhere she gets extra crit. I don't 100% know. I don't have a gun use C6. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Someone tell me. Whatever. I don't know. Either way, those pieces, fucking insane. Alright, next. We have Eula, who we're going to look at later. Shenhe we'll have a quick look at. Apparently she has a weird build. She has a signature. She's C6. She is 9, 10, 9. We have 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Shim. Apparently he likes to run a weird hybrid build because he likes building C4 stacks. I don't even know what C4 stacks are. I'm not reading that, but I'm going to assume it's good. Let's just have a quick look at these pieces. Attack. What the fuck is that piece? 20 attack with... Okay. Interesting. Again, another... What is this hybrid piece? This piece is pretty good as well. And that's not bad either. Let's have a look. So 3.1k attack with a 61 145. Interesting Shenhe build. I see. Alright, now we're on to the last few people here before we go into like the top tier ones. Jean, I'm not looking at her. Venti, I also don't know if I want to look at Venti. Yeah, he doesn't have cons. He's not really built, I don't think. Yeah, he's just got a full EM build. I'm kind of good. Kazuha 2, is he C2? Yeah, I see. Also, why does he look so angry? Hello? Kazuha? Am I tripping? Is he tripping? Someone's tripping here. C2, talents, we got 999, and artifacts, Viridescent. Probably just a whole bunch of EM, 98. Oh, yeah, and ER, I forgot. Yeah, ER. No ER. Okay. Shanyun. Okay, that's somewhere we're looking at later. That's a build. So, Chaska, I think we can have a look at Chaska now. Is she C6, R5? No, R1, C6, yeah, I knew it. And we are 9, 10, 9. As for artifacts, we are on Obsidian Codex. And... starting us off quite light there with a 40 crit value piece with some ER. Not bad, okay. And just a 40, start us off. Next is not bad either. A 35 exactly with 9.3 attack. 2 really good pieces. And next, oh, good piece as well. 10.4 ER and 40 crit value. How many pieces does he have 40 crit value? Interesting. Very nice piece. Next, we have attack percent. Not bad. And finally, crit damage with attack. Okay, it's not bad. It's not a bad build. It's 2.4k attack, 59 with 256. Actually, that's perfect because you remember, 40 crit value. So it's basically 99.2, 256. That's a really nice build. Okay, we're on to the last few characters here. We have Mizuki, who I don't think I care about. She is standard meta character. Yeah, no, I don't care about you, Mizuki. Zhongli? I don't know about Zhongli either. He has Staff of Homer. He has no constellations. He is 999. Let's have a quick peek at his pieces. Yeah, standard sort of just, yeah, Zhongli build. Nothing crazy. HP mainly just for shield, 40k HP. Albedo, I don't know how Albedo's built in the slightest. Let's just have a quick look. Ooh, R5 Cinnabar. Interesting. No C6, 999. Okay, so why did we have, maybe a little lost 50-50s? I don't know. Husk, yeah, again, decent pieces. Nothing crazy. That's a good piece. Final stats, we have, where's defense? 2.4k, 67, 125. Not bad. Okay, for Navia, we have R3, C6. Interesting. 10, 10, 10. Okay, Navia's built. Let's have a look at what she has, though. Nighttime Whispers. Ooh. Oh, wait, what? Ah, okay. I've just done the maths, and I have figured out it is 0.2% away from 50 crit value. It is a 49.8 with an attack line. Hello? Hello, hello? Yeah, that's an off-piece. I see why the flower is now off-pieced. Okay, feather. Little step down. 35. Still not bad. Still not bad. Next we have... Oh, that's not bad either. It'll be just below 40 crit value. Let me do the maths. In fact, it is 39.6. My intuition's perfect. Goblet? That's not bad. That's not bad. Just over 30s onset geodamage goblet. Cannot complain about that, really. Cannot complain about that. And then finally, crit damage and crit rate, yeah, attack. Not bad. 2.5k attack with a 80 to 18. Not bad. Not a bad Navia. Not a bad Navia in the slightest. Next, we have Shillanen, who we're just going to sneak a peek at. C6, R5? Okay. 10, 10, 10. Okay, maybe more than sneak a peek. She looks like she's built. Scroll of Cinder City, we have 9.7, 17 defense. Good. Very nice. Oh, I didn't even know the crit damage because it's fucking blacked out, but that's still nice. We have 11.7, 17.9. Okay, that's a nice piece. Almost 40, almost 40. That is 40. That's a 41, 42. Point what? 0.8. Not bad at all. Okay, next. 8.6, 19.4. That's a nice piece. And we ended up with 20 crit damage, and that's not really anything else. That's not a bad build, though. That's not a bad build. All up, we have 2.8k defense with a 77, 142. Okay, Shillan is that's an interesting build for Shillan. I like it. Now, Aoife, he isn't built, is he? No, he's not. He's not built. We do have a Scoffia, who is apparently built-ish. She is a work in progress because R5, C6, and 6, 11, 10. She is in Golden Troop, so let's see how the pieces are. Ah, okay. 41.2 to start us off. Okay. And yeah, okay. Only something light, only something light. Let's go next. Again, something quite light. Only like a, what is that? 33 with 10 attack. Okay, 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 okay. Next we have, that's pretty good as well. 15.5 ER with this crit value as well. Okay. Oh, this is the one. This is the thing as well. What do you call it? Sanctifying elixir piece that we were going to look at earlier. Next we have the Cryo Goblet, which is 25 crit damage, crit rate, and attack. Okay, not bad. And finally, 21 attack, 13 crit damage. That's probably the most well-rolled piece so far. That's a really nice rolled, even though it's not a lot of crit damage, it's a lot of attack as well. So all up, she is 2.5k attack with a 82,207. Damn. Okay, she is built. She is built in preparation for a certain someone, I believe. Next up, we have Sitlali, who is also apparently in a weird spot. Apparently went max EM at the start, but then he wanted to throw some crit on her. I don't know. Let's just have a look at the build. R1, C6, C6. Talents are 9, 10, 9. Artifacts, Gilded Dream, Paradise Lost. Ooh. So I'm wondering, is it still on the full EM? Half. Half EM, half crit value on this one. This one's same again, 30 crit value with 42 EM. Then we have, okay, again. Crit value of like 30 with 17 ER. Ooh, 41.2 on EM. Okay. And finally, 28, 6.5. Okay, I see. She can do some damage. All up, she has... How do you have that much EM? 1408 EM with a 53, 120? Again, is there more crit value you get somewhere in this build? This probably is, honestly. I can't see it. But I think that concludes the characters. Well, at least the other characters. See, when I originally asked 7, I asked for the 10 or so-ish best builds. All of my other character reviews before, I've only gone through the best builds. This one, there was so many good builds, I had to go through like all of them. But it is now time to look at the builds that are, done. Quote unquote done, he said. So, let's have a look. Starting us off is going to be the classic, Raiden Shogun. The side note I've been given is Raiden Shogun has some really bad RNG. Apparently the emblem circlet just didn't want to come home. And he just sort of gave up and said, this build's done. So let's have a look at it. I want to see what a piece is that he's gone, yeah, it's not good. I'm giving up. So we have R5, C6. Easy. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Here we go. Artifacts. Here's where we get to it. This is going to be the best of the best emblem pieces, I assume. I'm expecting, if this is under 40 crit value on any of these pieces, I mean, like, yeah, like, get him out of here. Okay, that's above 40. In fact, it is a 42 crit value piece perfectly. 42 crit value, clean, nothing else, just that. Next. That, oh, that's a nice piece. 44.5 with ER as well. Okay. You see what I mean now? I would be upset if anything is under 40 at this point. But those are the two easiest pieces to get. Good. Let's see about this one. Ah, that's rough. Only about a 38, not 40 crit value. How dare you? How dare you not 40 crit value? Anyways. Let's have a look at this goblet. This goblet better not be gross. Oh, it's going to be offset, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be offset. Let's have a look. It's not even amazing. It is still saying that it's a 38.9 crit value with ER as well. So look, only like 1 crit value short there. And finally, this is the circlet that has ruined his life apparently. Let's have a look. It's not bad. 22 crit damage and 16 attack. That is not that bad. I know it could be better, but it's not bad. I was expecting some like abhorrent shit. Like stuff I would click straight off the build for, but no, that's not bad. So all up, she has almost 1.5k attack with a 7165.8 and 260 ADR. That is a nice build. Also 69.9, okay, interesting. But that's a nice build. That is a very nice build. In fact, we're gonna, probably all of the people in these top 10s, we're gonna have to try out. Okay, the next one we're gonna look at is someone called Eula. So let's have a look at her. We have R5, C6, and 10, 9, 10. Not even triple crowned, how dare you. Artifacts. Apparently there's been some issues as well with Eula, specifically on her sands. He sort of gave up on her. These were the two people he gave up on, not gave up on, finished. Just couldn't get that last little piece. So let's have a look. Starting us off, we have a 44 Sorry, not 44, 45 crit value flat. That's a piece. 45 crit value flat? Okay, Eula. I see how it is. I see the levels. Only a 45 to start though. Let's see if we can get better. That is almost better. In fact, it has ER, so maybe it is better. As for crit value, it is 44.4, so 0.6 lower than the last one. That's insane. So we have 45 and 44.6, but we're on to the sands. That is, yeah, I see how it is. That might be the most relatable piece yet. If you over there, John, you open up your account and you pull up your Eula, that is the piece you have. We've just got so used to seeing these fucking 45 crit value pieces that this one looks out of place. That's funny. That's really funny. Alright, next. We have not a bad physical damage goblet. It's perfectly 35 crit value. Not 40 quite, but not a bad piece. Next, we have crit damage, crit rate, ER, and attack. That's a nice piece as well. One wasted defense roll, who cares? Who the fuck cares? So all up, she has 2.3k attack with a 64 to 19.7 and 113 ER. Again, I don't have Eula. I don't know how Eula works. It was one that I skipped, and I don't really know how she works. But we might have to give her a test out later on. Right, next, we're going to look at the Nahida, I think. Nahida. And this, I already can see, this looks like a hybrid sort of EM and crit build. That's what I would assume. Let's have a look though. I'm also assuming everyone in this top 10 is probably R4. Not even R5. Oof, how dare you. C6, R4, oof. And 10, 10, 10. Okay, 10, 10, 10. Like all of these people in these top builds are just C6, R5, triple crowned. That's it. Let's start us off with the flower, and that's a piece. Only 43.5 though. Only 43.5 crit value to start. Damn, that is a piece. Next, we have a little bit worse. EM still, but like only 37 crit value. So it's good. It's good. It's definitely good. Next one was the offset, wasn't it? Oh, this could be interesting. This could be... it's not bad. It's not bad. I was prepared for something absolutely disgusting, but it's just not bad. So 38.9 crit value, just short of 40. That's our benchmark now, apparently. 40 crit value. Next, Dendro. Ooh, it looks bad. It's not that bad. All the stats are useful. It just is like, this is low rolled as fuck. And finally, 89 EM crit damage, again on the lowish side, low rolled, I guess. All in all, it's really just, it's nothing really. Everything's like pretty solid. This one has the highest crit value, but everything else is like balanced. Like 89 EM is fucking insane. So let's have a look. We have 716 EM with a 68 140. That's not bad. That's a nice sort of hybrid Nahida. A very nice hybrid Nahida. But now it's time to sort of step up a little tier. We're going to step up a little tier and look at Mavwika. Now, Mavwika is probably the strongest character in the game, especially at C6, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Nuvalet C6 wins, maybe... I don't know if Yelan C6 still holds up. But Mavwika is probably the strongest character in the game at the moment. So let's have a look at this build. I'm going to assume R5, C6, 9, 10, 10. So not perfectly triple crowned. To be fair, normal attacking with Mavwika, sure. So, artifacts. Obsidian Codex. To be fair, this hasn't been out that long. I mean, it's been out for a little while, but not that long. So I would be impressed with, you know, having really good pieces on it already. Starting us off, we have... that's a piece, man. I think if we totaled up how many flowers are above, like, 42 crit value, I think we get more of them that have been than haven't. Because that one's a 42.7. Okay, next. I guess we go next from that. And it's not bad. Again, not as good in crit value terms. It's only a, what, 38? 36.5. But it has 40 EM in there as well. That's not bad. Next we have... That's a piece. That's a good piece. Again, over 40. In fact, it is perfectly 42 crit value. So not bad there. So far, pretty much perfect from these first three. Can we keep it up for the Goblet? Goblet's hardest pieces to get. It sort of falls. Not a huge fall, but like still. It's 33 with like 37 EM. It is on set though. It is on set. So finally we also have 14.6 with 9.7. Not bad. Again, those first few pieces are insane. But still, overall, 77 EM, 2.1k attack, and a 60 236. Keeping in mind, we also get plus 40 crit rate on this artifact set. So it's perfectly 100.4 crit rate. Or technically 0.4 overcapped. How dare you? How fucking dare you? But not bad. Not bad at all. So we have 6 characters left. 6 characters left. Who's the next one? It's gonna be Farina. Farina's an interesting one because we also want to stack a whole bunch of HP on her as well. And also, it's also interesting that he doesn't have Nuvalet built. Nuvalet's not built, but Farina's kind of cracked. I mean, Farina goes on a lot more teams than Nuvalet, but like he and her go hand in hand. So let's have a look at this build. We have R5, C6, Triple Crown. Yep, knew it. As for the artifacts, let's have a look at them. We have, of course, Marasasi Hunter, which, keeping in mind for later, crit rate goes up by up to 36. First up, we have... Wait, Marasasi Hunter? Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. If I press this artifact recommendations button, 94.3% of people use Golden Troop, with 0.6 using Marasasi. You see, Marasasi is the damaging set, not the support set. I have also heard of something called Plunge Farina. Is this going to be a Plunge Farina build? Holy shit, this is going to be the most Giga Chat shit I've ever seen. Okay, this piece, not bad still. Not bad, not bad, not bad. ER, crit rate, crit damage. Next, we have... That's pretty good. More than pretty good, actually. 42, 43-ish with HP. Okay. We're going to skip past that. That's again like... It'll be like 40... If I had to guess, 49.6. No, 39.6. Oh my fucking god, I'm insane. To be fair, I did just do 1.2 plus 0.4 and then sort of figured out it'd be just less than, 40. But still, I'm nuts. Anyway, next. That's also pretty good. Just under 40 again. 38? And then finally, 18 HP crit rate. Not bad. That's a good balancing piece because we didn't get much HP, we got one roll in there. So, all up, we have 31.4k HP, 63 to 82. That's a nice build, especially since the crit rate goes up by 36 at maximum, which would make this a 90, I can't do maths, 99.5. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to have to do some research and figure out if this is actually for a fucking plunge arena. But with her over, we're finally into the top 5. And this is where shit starts to get wicked, I think at least. So, first we have Nilou. Interesting choice. Now, apparently, originally he was going to stack HP, but he has going for sort of DPS, sort of Nilou. So I'm kind of interested to see what this looks like. Weapons, we have R5, C6, 10 to 10, 10 to 10. Okay, I didn't expect anything less from you, Nilou. As for artifacts, let's have a look at this. We have 2-piece Heart of Depth, 2-piece Gilded Dreams. First up, we have... Ooh, that's a nice piece. 14 HP on top of the, 34 crit value? I do not think you can complain about that. I don't think you can. Next, we have 8.7 HP. Again, like, insane crit rates. So, like a 34.2 with HP. 8.7 of it. But then we get onto some interesting stuff. Spoiler alert, I have been spoiled with this piece, but I'm just going to click it. What the fuck? You are indeed reading that right. 10.5, 30.3. 30.3. If you do the maths, you can work out that 10.5 times 2 happens to be 21. 21 plus 30, believe it or not, it's 51.3. I think apparently he was going to go full HP until this piece. And now you kind of got to you've got to run this piece. You have to run this piece. So yeah, wow, okay. Nice piece, man. I don't know, 51.3? Sure. Moving on. I don't know how we're moving on, but we're moving on from that to only a 42.1. Or 41.2, sorry. With HP as well, I forgot to mention that. And then finally, we are ending on crit rate, crit damage, HP. That's a build, man. Holy shit. That's nuts. That's insane. I haven't even mentioned this thing. That's fucking incredible. That's really good. That's insane. What is this build, man? 54.4k HP with a 74,156. That's a build. Now, I don't even know how fuck Nilou works. I've never built her. I don't know how she works, but that's nuts. How are we going to go to 4 more characters after this as well, is my question. How do we go, like, 4 more characters? How? Okay, anyway, but we do. The next one, believe it or not, it's a rogue one. It is right here, Xianyun. Now, if you know anything about Xianyun or Cloud Retainer, she's a support. Although, after seeing this build, I think you'll say she's anything but that. At least from what I've been told. So let's have a look. We have a R5, C6, 10, 10, 10. That's that's just standard. That's just standard stuff nowadays. Artifacts. This is where shit gets interesting. 2-piece Viridescent, 2-piece Shimenawas. Starting with our piece. 40 EM with that crit value as well. So 42.7 and 40 EM. Okay, I see how it is. Main DPS Xianyun, I guess. Sure. Feather is pretty much the exact same piece, except like 1.5 less crit value. Oh, and attack instead of EM. Sure. Not bad. Still 40. Next, we have... Ooh, that's nice. It is 42 crit value with EM as well. Okay. This is where the build is, make it or break it. Let's see. That's a nice piece. That's a really nice piece, in fact. 43.6 crit value. Not even mentioning the EM line in there as well. Okay, okay. Sure. That is... Oh my god, this build is nuts. And finally, we have 11 ER, 23.3. And an EM line. Damn. I see. There's not a single piece to fault in this build. I mean, maybe like one... Actually, I don't think I can fault anything. So let's have a look at the final stats then. We have 2.6k attack, which is still quite a lot. 105 EM and an 81 152. We have to try this out. We definitely have to try this out. But anyway, on to the next character, who is going to be good old Yelan. Now, Yelan I have a lot of knowledge about, so I'm excited to see this build. So first up, let's get all the boring shit out of the way, the thousands of dollars, yes, R5, C6, and yeah, Triple Crown. There's the boring stuff out of the window. Let's have a look at the, the stuff. Now, this is a C6 on-field build, so it is a 2-piece Heart of Death, 2-piece Tenacity. I think there's a few different 2-pieces you can do with an on-field build, but I think this one works as well. So let's have a look at the pieces then. Starting us off, we have a piece. 42 crit value, and that's not even talking about HP, 2 lines of it. That's something you call a perfect piece, like you cannot get better than that. So next, onto the Feather, which I was about to call, it's okay, until I saw that was crit rate. So it's just over 40 crit value still, with one rough roll into defense, like that's unfortunate. It's how it goes though, Next, we have, that's nice, 43.5 with ER as well. Damn, that's nice. I'm running out of like things to say for all these pieces that I'm seeing. I could only do so many. Ooh, that's not bad. You know what I mean? It's just really nice. Next, Goblet. Let's see about this. That's rough. That's actually rough though. Damn. 25 crit damage, 11 ER. Hydro. Okay, that's the worst piece easily. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that's not a good piece. Finally, we have... Oh, that's a perfect piece. 27.2, 11, 13. Okay, that's really good. I actually think that's a perfect piece. That's a perfect piece. That's a perfect piece. That's very close to... It's good. And then, yeah. So all up, we have 36.5k HP with a... Oh. Okay, I see it. The build just went up like 3 points in my, tiers. Because how do you do that? How do you do perfect 100 crit rate? That's all we like to see. Not a single wasted bit of crit rate. So 100 crit rate, 226 crit damage, 136 ER. Damn. Yelan, I'm trying her the fuck out later. So now we have 2 more people. Who could they be? I'm going to scroll through, let you figure it out. Spoiler alert, they're both here. The first one, you obviously know, Arlecchino. But the second one, Chiori. Now, this is a rogue one. I'm going to assume it's like a DPS Chiori. I don't know how the fuck you build Chiori. I don't know if she's strong. I don't know if she's like the best character in the world. I don't know. But let's have a look. I'm going to assume, yeah, R5, C6, and 10, 10, 10. Yeah, that's just the, the normal stuff. So artifacts then. Let's have a look at this. So we have 4-piece Husk. I'm assuming we want to stack a whole bunch of defense. Let's just have a look though. First up, we have a 42.8. That was quick maths from me. So just something light to start us off. Just a little light 42.8, nothing else crazy. Next we have, again, is it 40? No, it's not 40. It's like 39.6. That took me way too long. I got it. Next we have, again, that is over 40. That is like a, let me do the maths. 45.8, in fact. Okay, 45.8. Okay, so far we're looking pretty good. Let's see if it keeps it up. Oh, that's nice. You might be like, what the fuck? The crit rate's really low. Do you see this? It was a 3-line start, which is unfortunate, but still, every roll, useful. Even the defense, like, minimum. Like, that's, like, a perfect as well. So not bad. Next, I'm going to assume we might need a little bit more defense. Let's see. Oh, no, we don't. What the fuck? 36.5 crit damage? Unlucky on the 1 HP roll, but 35.6? That's 36.5, sorry? Okay. All up, we have 2.4k defense with a 98.5 to 47.8. That is a Chiori. I don't even know how you play Chiori. Okay, what the fuck? But we're definitely going to have to try her out, I guess. But now we're on to, it's been so long, but we're finally onto the last character. The one that's been staring us in the face since the very start of the video. Lakino. And what a choice to pick for favorite character. I am fully in with that. She's in my top 3 easily. So, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Only, the boring stuff. R5, C6, 10, 10, 10. Artifacts. Let's have a look at them. I am excited to look at these. I'm very excited to look at these. First up, we have, ooh, not bad. It is a 42.8 crit value flower. Not a bad start. Not a bad start in the slightest. Next, we have a, ooh, not bad either. 36 with 10 attack. 36 with 10 attack. 36 with 10 attack. It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Next, we have, ooh, that's quite nice as well. Again, a perfect 42 crit value piece. With some EM, I guess, if you want to vape, which you don't really need to. Into Goblet, and not bad either. 35.8, in fact. 35.8. Editing Jack here. That is not crit damage. That is crit rate. I must have missed it when I was looking at it, but that is not a 35 crit damage piece. That is a 48.2. This build is actually fucking nuts. So please ignore past Jack's mistakes. Alright? Goodbye. And finally, we are on to 15.2 crit rate. That's really nice. And some attack. So honestly, not the best artifacts in the entire, account. That probably goes to, who does that go to? Maybe Nilu. I don't even know. But still, her build is very nice. We have 2.14k attack. We have a 9222.9. So, not bad overall. That's like a lot of characters built. I didn't even look at some of them either as well. But that's a whale, a completionist account. That is a whale completionist account. I also shouldn't say whale, should I? Because it's like the whole fucking ocean here. Anyways, shall we look at one last thing? The one last thing I'm going to do before I showcase. This will take like 5 seconds. I just want to look at the teapot. I want to see if there's like anything crazy in here. Oh, it's not bad. It's quite nice. It's just, there's stuff going on, I guess. I like it. We will do a little bit of Spiral Abyss. Before that, I want to like test out, I'll try out a few teams in Spiral Abyss, but I want to test out like a few other teams. We could do this big fat guy. Let's do the big fat boy. He is quite tanky. He's quite tanky. So let's just have a quick look. All right, let's first, I want to try out a Clarin team first. Let's go Clarind, Farina, Shillinen, Navia? Where's Navia? Okay, let's try this. Now, keep in mind, I'm probably going to fuck so much shit up for these teams. I'm going to try my best, but I am not an expert. I'm alright at the game, I would like to say. I would like to say I'm alright at the game. I'm not amazing. So let's just try it out. Oh, wait, wait. Huh? Farina? Dude, I looked up. I'd finished building my supports up, and Farina's dudes had almost killed him. Am I too strong? What the fuck? This could serve to be an issue, couldn't it? This could serve to be a big issue. The fact that my supports are way too fucking strong. Let's, I'll fight this guy. He's a little bit less tanky. We're gonna wait for the other guy to respawn. I'm not gonna use my supports, apart from Nahida, because she doesn't really doesn't do anything. Let's just do this. Let's just see what this does. And then we can actually try out our Clarent, who actually does some damage. Yeah, some damage. I mean, that's Clarent with just a Nadia E. Nadia? Who the fuck's Nadia, man? What am I talking about? Yeah, I think I figured my first problem out with this account. And it's the problem that I don't know what the fuck I can, not kill. Okay, but there's Clorind. Let's try out... I hear someone else who's really good is Verisa. Okay, I would like to also say I found my second issue with this account, and it's the problem that I can't find the fucking characters I want to do. So let's just do a Mualani team then, I guess. Now again, I'm going to struggle to not kill him before I get to my Mualani. Should be able to kill him in 1E though, which is going to be very impressive. Let's have a look though. So we go you, go you. We'll go, oh, we shouldn't have bursted, should we? It's fine. I mean, we're already doing too much damage. Oh, you don't even need to build up the stacks. Okay. Yeah, there's issues. It's too strong. I think I do know what we can do here, though. I think I do know what we can do. I've heard about something called this. Now, hear me out. I figured out a strategy here. We're going to test out the damage. Obviously, we're killing everything too quickly. Let's try Azadar. And you might be like, what the fuck? Why Azadar? I'll show you. Now, he should go into a phase, you see? He should go into a phase, like right here. Oh, I can't even play Mualani, man. It's cooked. It's fucking cooked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, phase 2 plan didn't work, so we're going to phase 3, and that's called the Spiral Abyss. Now, if I go into chamber 1, we have a lava dragon statue. First half we have some dudes, and then we have this dude. This dude should be able to tank up a little bit. Okay, I've got 2 teams here. Don't know if they're optimal. I know one of them definitely is, but let's try it. We got a Chiori team first of all. Again, never played Chiori in my life. Let's find out how this goes, I guess. I feel like my Farina is also going to just kill everything. Like, I'm just building up my supports and everything is almost dead. I again don't know how to play Chiori. I should have watched a guide. But why is everything like dead? Everything's dead. I didn't even know how to play her. Now this other side is a little bit more simple. It's Yelan by herself. Oh, this guy's going to be really immune now that I think about it. Okay. I didn't actually think about this properly. Yeah, I didn't think about this properly. He's not taking any damage because you need to hit him with Pyre. Okay, hold up. Okay, phase 4 has been commenced and we're going to fight weekly bosses. I think they should be able to tank a little bit better, hopefully. I don't know, man. I'm sorry for these scuffed ass fucking showcases. Like, I swear I'm trying to do well. Okay, let's try It's Time, I think. Let's do Mavwika, Kazuha, Shilinen, Sitlali. Let's try a Mavwika burst. Is this guy gonna die in one burst? I hope he can survive half a second. But let's see how the quote-unquote strongest character in the game does against this guy. Let's have a look. I can't even press my E, and I don't have a Q ready. Okay, what? Only me would be skill issued that hard that I'd die in a fucking... Okay. I'll be back. Okay, like I was saying, first try for this little guy. Okay, please don't die. Can you give me... Oh, I didn't press my E properly. Okay, this is still fine. This is all still fine as long as he doesn't do the thing which he did. I think I have I'm not even gonna. I have a major case of the skill issue. I'm gonna be real. I just have a skill issue. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I've tried to hide it. I've tried to deny it, but it's just cannot. You know. Boom! Oh my god! Wait, how much damage was that? Was that 5 mil? Also, why am I've just thought about it. I'm using Kazuha. I didn't even use Bennett. Okay. I mean, that still works. 5 mil? 5 and a bit mil with a Kazuha? Sure. Okay, Mavwika. Okay. I see how you do. Okay, we've got a little bit of support this time. I'm a little concerned Farina's gonna kill him too quickly. I hope not. I hope not. Otherwise, I guess we'll play this team. I have no clue how this is like gonna work. Let's just try it out. Like, let's just give it a little try. I completely forgot it doesn't have Fabch. Don't worry about that. And I missed Gene Z. All good. And let's just do this and okay, he's gonna die. Let's quickly let's do some damage. Can we do some plunging? There we go. It's a very scuffed team. Mostly scuffed on my part. I don't know how to fucking play this team, man. This is a battle bird team. Very nice. Okay, our second to last team might look pretty similar, but everything has changed. Let's try out a Farina Plunge team? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're getting experimental here. We'll go to Arlecchino next. We'll try something more normal, but let's just try this out, I guess. Also, I have 0 stacks on my energy, so don't worry about that. Let's just build up some. So I think we probably want to do this. Then we want to do, okay, we don't have a shield. We'll do this. This, maybe? And then, like, Farina Plunge? Okay, I don't fully know. Yeah. Farina Plunge, man. I'm getting experimental out here. Holy fuck. Well, let's stop playing around and let's get to it. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Hello. You know what? We don't even need characters. I'm going to be real. We do not need other characters. Arlecchino, I know for sure. Also, I have no... C6 Arlecchino might be different, but I know for sure she's going to crush this fucking guy. So let's give it a try. I don't know how useful the burst is. Oh, you can suck the blood directive straight away, can't you? Okay, it does more than my Arlecchino with full team supports and everything. Also, the burst is strong, isn't it? Okay, it's strong-ish. I don't know. But either way, we've kind of fucking rolled this guy, have we not? Okay, Arlecchino round 2 then. This time we've got supports who won't really do damage. So we should just be able to get like a raw Arlecchino pyro damage output. We can compare it to the other one, I guess, and just see how much better it is. Let's have a look. Also, I forget you can do that later because her C6 is busted. Whatever, all good. I don't even know why I'm pressing that Q, but I did. Whatever. Let's. You know what? The most scuffed showcase of all time, but oh. Okay. Hello? Is it meant to be that good? Is she meant to be... Arlecchino? Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I think we leave it there. I could try out other characters to a very low degree of skill, but I don't think you guys care about that. You've seen how strong this fucking account is. Again, massive thanks to Seven, absolute Giga Chad. Let us look at this account. So shout out to him. He does also have a fairly inactive YouTube channel, he says. So if you want to go check him out, say hi. I don't know. Otherwise, thanks again everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This was a fun one. This was a very fun one. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay happy, spend responsibly, gamble your money away. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye for now.